Yoda, the Jedi Master, the wise little green alien who has all the answers, or so we think. But let's be real, being Yoda isn't all it's cracked up to be. In fact, it's pretty miserable. Sure, he's got the Force, but what good is all that power when you're stuck on a swampy planet for 20 years, playing babysitter to Luke Skywalker? Yeah, we're about to dive into why being Yoda is actually pretty tragic. Let's break it down. So let's talk about Yoda. He's revered as one of the greatest Jedi Masters of all time, right? We know him for his wisdom, his famous catchphrases, and of course the ridiculously weird way he talks.
For the Jedi, it is time to eat as well.
But behind that cool green exterior, there's actually a whole lot of misery. And when you really dig into it, it's clear that being Yoda is like being the smartest guy at the party, but no one listens to you. And the party's been going on for like 1,000 years. Imagine that. So why does it suck to be Yoda? Let me take you through a few reasons why this guy's life is a total drag. 1. Immortality equals loneliness. And no, it's not all. It's cracked up to be. First off, let's talk about his lifespan. Yoda lives for centuries. We're talking over 900 years. But here's the thing, immortality isn't all it's cracked up to be when everyone around you is, well, dying. He watched his entire generation of Jedi Masters go down in flames during Order 66. He saw his friends and fellow Jedi fall one by one, leaving him stranded on a dying swampland planet. What's worse, he's basically got no one to talk to for 20 years on Dagobah. The guy's been around so long, he's seen entire civilizations rise and fall, and he's still stuck in his swamp. Loneliness at its peak, my friends. 2. The constant burden of wisdom. It's hard being the wisest person in the galaxy. Yoda doesn't just sit back and enjoy a nice retirement. Nope. He's constantly carrying the weight of the galaxy's hopes and dreams on his tiny green shoulders. After all, when you're the Jedi Master, people expect you to have all the answers. Master Yoda, what should we do? Master Yoda, save us. Imagine how exhausting it must be to always be the one everyone turns to for advice, and you have to make sure that every decision you make is perfect. It's like being asked to lead a group project every day for decades. It's a lot of pressure. 3. The Yoda diet. Literally nothing but frogs and mushrooms. Let's talk about what Yoda eats. When he's hiding on Dagobah, he's not enjoying lavish feasts. Nope, this guy's stuck with whatever he can scrounge up in the swamp. Frogs, mushrooms. Yoda's diet sounds like the most depressing camping trip ever. Imagine being the wisest, most powerful Jedi, and your idea of a good meal is something that came out of the mud. It's like being stuck in a really bad episode of Survivor, but instead of $1 million prize, you just get swamp rot and more loneliness. 4. The never-ending guilt over Anakin. Now, we gotta talk about Anakin. Yoda tried to warn the council, but did they listen? No. They just let that kid go full Jedi and look what happened. Anakin turns into Darth Vader, starts killing everyone, and Yoda's left in the aftermath thinking, I should have done more. Imagine carrying that guilt for centuries. And when you think about it, it's probably one of the reasons Yoda spends so much time in isolation, because he's constantly battling that inner guilt. His failure to stop Anakin's fall haunts him, and it probably keeps him up at night. That's gotta be rough, right? 5th, training Luke Skywalker. Again, okay, let's be honest here. Yoda spends decades training the next hope for the galaxy, Luke Skywalker. But here's the kicker. Luke is like the least prepared person for this job. Dude spends his days whining about wanting to go to Toshi Station and picking up power converters, and Yoda's out here like, no Luke, you are the chosen one. You must defeat the Empire. He trains Luke, but there's always that sense of, am I doing this right? Should I have trained someone else? Maybe someone with more patience? It's like trying to teach a goldfish how to ride a bicycle. It just doesn't seem like it's going to work out. And, spoiler alert, it doesn't. Even after Yoda gives his best shot, Luke still almost fails. Yoda basically trains him for nothing. 6. The Forever Green. Yoda's fashion crisis. This is a small one, but seriously, how many centuries can you rock the same robe and be the symbol of wisdom? Yoda's fashion choices don't exactly scream trendy. He's been wearing the same brown robe for what, 900 years? I get it, he's a minimalist, but come on. Every time someone shows up on Dagobah, they've got some cool new armor or cloak or something. And Yoda's just like, I've had this outfit since like 800 years ago. Don't need anything else. It's tough when you're a fashion icon, but the fashion hasn't updated in centuries. 7. The lack of respect. Alright, this is the most tragic part of it all. No one truly respects Yoda. Sure, he's a legendary Jedi Master, but there's a huge difference between what people say about Yoda and what what they actually do. Let's be honest, the guy has never truly gotten the recognition he deserves. The Jedi Council ignores him, the galaxy forgets about him, and even Luke, who he trains, forgets the lessons. In the end, Yoda's biggest achievement is just keeping the hope of the Jedi alive, but even that is constantly threatened by everything around him. So yeah, being Yoda kinda sucks. Sure, he has the Force, he's wise beyond belief, but at the end of the day, he's got some serious issues going on. Loneliness, guilt, a never-ending diet of swamp food. It's not as glamorous as the movies make it seem, is it? If you agree, drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Does Yoda's life sound as miserable as we're making it out to be? And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into your favorite characters, hit that like button and subscribe for more. May the Force be with you, unless you're Yoda, in which case may the swamp be with you, because that's basically his life. See you next time.
Jedi Master Yoda. You seek Yoda. When 900 years old you reach, look as good you will not. Size matters not. Look at me. Judge me by my size, do you? And where you should not. For my ally is the Force.